Hey folks, Randy Newberg here. Hope you're doing well. Every year, you know that we do our application videos, right? We do a whole bunch of them for every western state and each species. And then we try to do some videos that give you the benefit of maybe some stuff you weren't aware of. But in this video, I want to talk about something even different. And again, hopefully it lends some of my mistakes I've made along the way as something helpful for you as you participate in what I call point schemes. Okay, I just call them what they are. They're like Ponzi schemes. And I would give up every one of my points, even the states where I feel like, okay, this is my chance to go hunt bighorns or desert sheep or whatever. I'd give up all of them if the state said, we're going to get rid of these point schemes. But that ain't happening for reasons that I'm going to cover here. The states that have them have found huge revenue streams by selling points. I mean, think about it from their standpoint. There's no incremental impact on the number of animals taken by non-residents if a state sells 1,000 points or sells 100,000 points. The same number of elk, deer, pronghorn get taken. So if you can increase revenues that much by having a point scheme without having to issue any more tags, the system is not going away. And so that's why we produce so many videos about this stuff. It's not because I'm a big fan of them. If you're interested in hunting western states, the more you know about these point schemes, the better your chances of drawing a tag. And you know, like all of our application videos, they're brought to you by Go Hunt. Go Hunt Insider has got all the tools you need for stuff that we're going to talk about in this video. So go there, sign up using promo code RANDY. They'll give you $50 of credit in their gear shop. Now, let's get into it. This video is to get you thinking about ideas that maybe some other state has that's working, or maybe some state had and then changed that was working and now isn't working. And to be thinking about how some of these ideas, whether you agree with them or disagree with them, would have an impact on point collecting and possibly point creep. So I'm going to throw them out there. I can't say that I would fall on my sword for all of them, but there's some of them that I think would be really helpful. In my home state of Montana, which has a screwed up, goofy, square your point system, or any of the states that have point systems. So I'll be interested to see what you think. Leave your comments down below. You guys weren't bashful about leaving comments on that last video about burning your points in Wyoming and Colorado. So here's the first one. No point purchases. You have to apply for a hunt code. And why do I say that? Because in Wyoming, 4 out of 5 non-residents in their elk point system just buy a point. They don't even apply for a hunt code. That's 100,000 non-residents paying $50 a year just for a point. And I get why Wyoming says, man, that's an easy $500,000 or $5 million. Well, then we got the same in Colorado and Utah. Not even half of the non-residents apply for a hunt code. They just buy a point. So if you want to sort out who's in it and who's not going to be in it for the long haul, make them apply for a hunt code. And then you'd see what the true odds of everything are, not just this year, but you would have a better chance of predicting what it's going to be in future years. No more point buying. Ooh. Now this one is really going to send some people into orbit, okay? Just take your low blood pressure pill right now when I say this. If you acquire a tag by whatever means, your points for that species get reset to 0. So whether you get a general over-the-counter tag, or you get a tag in the draw, or a raffle, or an auction, or a landowner tag, your points go to 0. You want to hunt over-the-counter elk in Colorado? Fine. You burn your points to do it. Any tag, any species, your points get reset. Oh well. Now here's another one. This kind of mimics Nevada. So in Nevada, if you draw any of your 5 choices, or if you put in the leftover draw, or you accept a returned tag, your points go 0. So, example, this year in Nevada, I picked up a returned pronghorn tag in 2022. My 10 pronghorn points went 0. That's how it should be. I'd be fine. I don't care what state it is. If they said, if you draw any tag for that species in this state, your points go to 0. I'd be interested to see how that works. It works pretty good in Nevada. Now, here's one that I think would be really, really good. And this has to do with party applications. Colorado says when you go into the draw and you have someone who's got 8 points, someone who's got 8 points, and someone who's got 2 points. So you add them all together, 8, 8, and 2. Oh, you got 18 points among 3 people. That's an average of 6. In Colorado, nope. You get the point total of the lowest point holder in the group. So in Colorado, you'd go in with 2 points, not 6. You want to see this stuff where, you know, there are a lot of people out there who grandma, cousins, grandpap, the, you know, brother-in-law down in the old folks' home, people are buying points for them. And they're just party apping and averaging and doing that and doing that and doing that. If you want to kind of close that loophole, make it like Colorado. You go in, whatever the lowest point holder has, that's what the party averages out at. Now, here's one. What if we tightened up the rules on returned tags? Wyoming has some pretty strict restrictions on return tags that are, you know, military service or an immediate health event. Where some states, it's like whatever you want to do. You know, you got a hangnail that day or the sun wasn't shining that day, turn her back in. We don't care. I'd be interested to know, do you think that would help this point accumulation activity? Do you think it would change point creep? Maybe it would change it for a couple of years. Maybe it'd accelerate it for a couple of years and then it would wean it down. I don't know. Really what I'm doing here is just trying to get us to think about this. Because we have a ton of interest in Western hunting. We have non-resident or resident populations that are growing like crazy. And this pendulum of where the sharing with non-residents is compared to what resident opportunity is being, you know, where they want it to be as their population grows, this is not going away. So whatever these states adopt, you know, for non-residents, in my case, even whatever my resident state of Montana adopts, I deal with it, okay? I try to do videos and give information that helps you maybe sort it out or see some path forward or ways that you can look at what this reality is and say, okay, with this piece of knowledge, this bit of information, hopefully I can give myself a little bit more of an advantage. But if we don't talk about this, if we don't think about some of these things, well, then we're just kind of in the dark and we're just stuck, you know, throwing a dart at the board. So good luck in the draws this winter. Watch for our state-by-state videos, with the next one being Wyoming elk. That deadline will be January 31st. And remember, these videos are brought to you by Go Hunt Insider. if you're interested in the best data, the best information, maps, e-scouting tools, and some really cool member benefits in their gear shop, well, go to gohunt.com, sign up using promo code RANDY, and when you do, they'll give you $50 of credit, mad money, in that gear shop. Thanks for watching.